Be honest. How many times have you told yourself, I just need to eat less and work out more to finally lose the baby weight? And how many times has that left you right back where you started, losing the same few pounds, then watching them creep back on? Here's the thing, 99% of moms still don't know the actual basics of losing weight after babies, and that's why you feel stuck. If you've tried cutting carbs, eating 1,200 calories, running yourself into the ground with workouts, and still don't feel like your body is changing, it's not because you can't do this. It's because no one's shown you what actually works. And that's what I'm about to break down today. And if you're new here, I'm Rebecca, a dietitian, trainer, and mom of 3. I've helped hundreds of moms lose weight after babies without extreme dieting, and I know how overwhelming it feels when you're juggling kids, no sleep, and no time for yourself. That's why my approach is simple, sustainable, and built for real life. Here's the problem. You've been told the answer is simple. Eat less, move more. So what happens? You cut your calories lower and lower. You try cutting out carbs completely. You add more cardio, hoping the scale finally budges. And for a minute, it feels like it's working. The number might drop a couple pounds. You feel like, okay, finally, I've found the thing that's working. But then your energy tanks. You're craving sugar like crazy. You're snapping at your kids because you're so hungry. And pretty soon, the weight you lost starts creeping right back on. Sound familiar? When you slash calories, your metabolism doesn't reward you. It slows down. When you pile on cardio, your body doesn't burn fat long term. It breaks down muscle, which makes fat loss even harder. And when protein gets pushed to the side, you're left with constant hunger that you can't out willpower your way through. That's why the eat less, move more advice fails moms every single time. It's not built for a body that's gone through pregnancy, hormones, sleep deprivation, and stress. And the truth, it's not that you're not working hard enough, it's that you've been given the wrong playbook. And this is why the basics of fat loss after babies aren't about doing more. They're about sending the right signals so your body finally knows what to do. Here's what most moms don't realize. Your body is always listening to what you do. Every meal, every workout, every pattern you repeat is like a message you're sending to your metabolism. If you're skipping meals, your body hears, food is scarce, slow things down and hold on to fat. If you're living on cardio, your body hears, burn muscle to survive, store fat for later. And if you're eating tiny amounts of protein, your body hears, crank up the cravings because we're not getting enough. And here's the kicker. Your body doesn't just hear those messages once. It adapts to the signals you send most often. Think of it like raising kids. You can tell them what you want once, but what really shapes their behavior is what they see over and over again. Same with your body. It doesn't adapt to the one perfect week. It adapts to the repeated signals you send day after day. So if the messages you're sending are stress signals, don't be surprised when your body resists fat loss. The key isn't doing more. It's changing the signals you send so your body actually knows it's safe to let go of the weight. So let's talk about some signals. Signal number 1 is eat enough, not less. Most moms are under eating. You think less food means faster fat loss, but your body doesn't see it that way. It sees less food as danger, so it slows your metabolism and hangs on to fat. When you actually fuel your body, especially with protein, the message is totally different. We're safe. It's okay to let go. And I see this all the time. The wrong signal looks like 1,200 calories, skipping meals, white knuckling it all day, and then ending up face first in the pantry at night. The right signal looks like hitting your protein, eating full meals, and noticing your cravings finally calm down. Quick check-in. Are you starting your day with protein? Because 30 grams at breakfast can completely change how your hunger feels the rest of the day. Signal number 2. Build, don't just burn. Here's the thing. Cardio feels like the obvious choice because you see the calorie burn right away. But long term, it sends the wrong message. It tells your body to break down muscle. And when you lose muscle, fat loss gets harder. Your metabolism slows and your body shape doesn't really change. Strength training is the opposite. It tells your body, keep muscle, burn fat. That's why women who lift don't just weigh less. They actually look tighter, leaner, stronger, even at the same weight. Now here's what that looks like in real life. The wrong signal is 5 spin classes a week, but your genes still fit the same month after month. The right signal is 20-minute strength workouts that actually reshape your body while keeping your metabolism high. And the best part, you don't need a gym membership or hours a day. At-home strength workouts are plenty to send this signal. And signal number 3, repeat, don't restart. And this last one might be the most important. Your body doesn't adapt to one perfect week or a 2-week sprint. It adapts to what you do most often. That's why the Monday to Thursday on track, Friday to Sunday off track pattern never works. It's not that you can't make progress. It's that the signal keeps getting scrambled. Here's what I mean. The wrong signal is going all in until Friday night, then undoing it all on the weekend. The right signal is keeping a few basics steady no matter what. Protein, steps, workouts, when those are consistent, your body finally gets the message. So ask yourself right now, if everything else fell apart today, what's the one habit you'd still commit to? That's the signal your body will actually respond to. Now here's the problem. Most moms aren't sending clear signals. They're sending mixed ones. And mixed signals equals mixed results. Be honest with yourself. You eat super clean during the week, but by Friday night, you're off track. You start tracking macros, but only make it a few days before you stop. You do random workouts, but they're mostly cardio with no real plan. And then you wonder why nothing changes. It's not because you're not trying. It's because your body doesn't know what you want. One day you're saying lose fat. The next day you're saying hold on to fat. Your metabolism isn't confused. It's just adapting to the most common signals you give it. And if those signals keep switching, your results will too. This is why consistency matters so much more than perfection. Because it's the repeated signals, not the random ones, that your body listens to. So what happens when you finally send the right signals? Your metabolism starts working with you instead of against you. You hold on to lean muscle, so you actually look toned and feel strong while your body burns fat. You stop feeling like you're starting over every Monday because your habits are steady even when life gets messy. And here's the best part. It doesn't take perfection. You don't need to cut out entire food groups, live on salads, or spend hours at the gym. You just need to give your body clear, consistent messages. Fuel it with enough food, especially protein. Train it to build muscle, not just burn calories. And repeat the habits that matter most. When you do that, your body finally gets the message, and that's when fat loss sticks. But here's where most women get thrown off. Even when their body is changing, they think it's not because of the scale. Think about it. How many times have you stepped on the scale, didn't like the number, and thought, this isn't working? That's the moment so many women quit, even when progress is happening behind the scenes. The scale doesn't tell the whole story. Your body can hold on to water when you change how you eat, especially when you bump up protein or carbs. Hormones can make your weight swing several pounds in a single week. If you're strength training, you're building lean muscle while losing fat, which changes your shape more than the number. And often the first progress isn't weight at all. It's less bloating, more energy, or clothes fitting differently. So if the scale hasn't moved yet, don't panic. Your body may just be recalibrating before the number shifts. This is why I tell my clients, don't let the scale be the only judge. Pay attention to how your clothes fit, how strong you're getting, and how consistent you are with your habits. That's what proves your body is changing, even before the scale catches up. And that's exactly what happened with one of my clients. She came to me frustrated because she felt like she was eating healthy, but nothing was changing. She was skipping carbs, barely eating enough protein, and focusing on staying under calories. But the scale wouldn't budge. When we calculated her macros, it was clear why. She was under-eating protein. She was over-restricting carbs, which left her exhausted, and her fats were all over the place. Once she had the right macro targets, everything shifted. She started fueling instead of starving, and her body finally responded. Within weeks, she noticed her clothes fitting differently, her energy coming back, and the weight starting to come off, without cutting out the foods she loved. She told me, I never realized it wasn't about eating less, it was about eating the right balance. That's the power of sending your body the right signals with macros. It's not about less food, it's about the right food in the right amounts for your body. So when my client finally stopped focusing on eating less and started focusing on eating the right balance, that's when her body responded. And that's the piece most moms miss. because eating the right foods in the right amounts is just another way of saying getting your macros right. Here's why macros matter so much and why they work better than just cutting calories. Number 1, protein tells your body to keep muscle and burn fat. Number 2, carbs fuel your energy and metabolism, and when you cut them too low, fat loss actually slows down. And number 3, fats keep your hormones balanced, which is especially important after having kids. But the right balance isn't the same for everyone. Think of it like fuel for a car. Every car runs, but some need more gas, some need more oil, some need premium fuel. If you give it the wrong mix, the engine sputters. Same with your body. If your macros are off, you'll always feel stuck. But when you get them in the right balance for your body, that's when fat loss finally clicks. And this is exactly why I created my free body type quiz. In just a couple of minutes, you'll learn how your body processes food so you can fuel it in a way that actually works for fat loss. I'll link it below so you can take it after this video. So here's the bottom line. Most moms are chasing shortcuts. Eating less, doing more cardio, cutting out whole food groups. But your body doesn't respond to shortcuts. It responds to signals. Eat enough, especially protein, so your body knows it's safe to let go of fat. Strength train so your body keeps muscle and burns fat. Balance your macros so your metabolism actually works with you, not against you. When you send the right signals, your body listens. That's how you finally lose the baby weight and keep it off. If this clicked for you, drop the word signals in the comments. I want to know if this made you see weight loss after babies in a new way. And if you're ready to take the next step, don't just guess your way through it. Take my free body type quiz. It shows you how your body processes food so you know exactly how to set up your macros for fat loss. I'll link it below so you can take it right after this video. And of course, make sure you hit subscribe because every week I share simple, real talk strategies to help busy moms lose fat, build strength, and feel good in their bodies again. I'll see you in the next one.